Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good? It's crazy that as soon as YouTube takes me off their blacklist, my video astronomically jumps, even with a review in the title. Almost if they would support me, your boy would be much bigger. But I digress, and this week's episode of Vanitas was oh my god, man. To be fair, I thought it was a little bit heavier than it actually was. So in my mind, and I think the show itself wanted us to feel this way, it's just to feel that the show had so much weight. And that weight came only from our main guy really feeling threatened at the situation that the younger brother who maybe has attempted this already, has seen the light in the case of like, there's something he knows, and there's a reason he killed the blue vampire. With all that said, we still don't have a clear cut reason for what she didn't want people to see memory wise. Not to mention, how could he see her memories, right? Is this an ability that gets transferred through via the blood or something along those lines? Like maybe he started growing fangs, and by draining her, he gained the things that she had. She was also extremely sad at the fact that both of these boys were going to die. So she obviously would want to prolong their life as long as possible, even if it probably at the cost of her own. And I think that's also what we're seeing here is the fact that whatever he did for the reason he did it is probably why he has those earrings where they're completely out of time. They're completely upside down. Unless it's just like a style and it never really meant anything. Like he has these earrings that were just there because they look super cool and they match his eyes. I would understand, but it seems more akin to the story itself. Even through one of the openers, I think in the first part, we had this interesting information of how he is just like sitting in there, like he's almost on borrowed time type of deal. Like he's in the hourglass sitting on all the sand, and the time is up because sand should be falling from his head if there was any more left, but it's not, and he's just sitting there. So sitting on borrowed time is what I got from that. But this is how you get to set up a finale to be absolutely a banger. I honestly cannot tell you what's gonna happen, how it's gonna happen, and why it's gonna happen, outside of like um, Gene fighting the younger brother. I think this actually might come to a close faster than we think. With I can't say his name. With our boy V, he has seemingly snapped back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Um, and if he's already back, that leaves very little to the imagination of where this is going to go, because now it's just going to go to them fighting uh, the other guy and trying to pretty much, figure out a way to save this girl that they care, one of them care about at least. Yeah, we really will get to see probably the backstory of the Blue Moon and all that stuff. I think that's more or less what they're setting up for the first half of the next week's episode. Just giving us the reason why he did the things he did and all that. But this battle was so brutal that he shot my Noel in the eye, bro. Like, this battle was something to behold. And I think that's something everybody can take away from this anime. Even if you think it's flamboyant or you don't like it for whatever reasons because of the characters, designs, or whatever, I think this is the most eye-opening situation where you're looking at something you can't obviously take in all the information as it's being given because we just saw that even the main character had to hide his intentions. And by hiding his intentions, it leads to this giant fight that could have probably been avoided if they actually just talked it out. So that's why I'm super intrigued in what's going to keep coming forward for this show. Not only are people, trying to figure out themselves, but our blue vampire, who supposedly wanted to save vampires, just has an interesting new tune talking about destroying them all and making sure that he was getting as close as possible to killing all uh, vampires in existence, which, to be fair, would be possible if he had all of their true names and could instantly do whatever he wanted with that information. So there is also that. Keep that in mind. But overall, I love what I'm seeing. This is very ambiguous and it can go multiple ways, and I think that's the best kind of showcases you can get. So that being said, everybody, have an awesome day, night, evening. Yeah, boy, gotta go to work. But if something drops while I'm at work, expect another video, and please do support that like you support all the others if you do. Thank you so much. Just a view is amazing. A like is just going above and beyond. Thank you so much, and peace.